Let's talk to Dean from South Riding, Virginia. Is that right?
That is.
Listens on WAVA. Dean, how can we help you today? I'm glad you called.
Well, thank you for taking my call. I want to say God bless you guys and the people that support you. Your ministry is a blessing to a great many people, so thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so how could we help?
Well, I have a question. I have a friend who has a major problem with porn.
Okay.
He has been to Every Man's Battle. He has one of your counselors in our area that he's been seeing.
Okay.
He has a propensity toward lying and will not. He doesn't seem to have the desire, if you will, to really overcome this issue. And so, as a friend on the outside, how far is too far for me to go until, that need? That desire on his part is showing to really get some work to overcome it.
Well, how did he end up going to the workshop?
Well, I think the workshop was was a request from his wife.
And so you're
good for her.
Maybe the friend's not the only one that has a little power here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
well, to a degree, because I'm not sure if that request was really helpful in that because of he has a strong propensity to lie. If he thinks that this is what he wants and this is pattern. I've been working with them for about 2 years. And when I say working with them, they asked me to get engaged when there was a major problem a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And I just tried to help them out.
So do you feel an obligation to tell his wife that he's not sexually pure and doesn't have sexual integrity? Even
No. I don't do that. She's the one that finds these things out anyway.
Oh, okay. So she knows.
I'm usually brought in the loop when she finds that he's
so
falling.
tell
You're
him
like a mediator for them?
I wouldn't quite call it a mediator, but I try and keep the emotions level enough where they can try and move forward. That's what I've been
Kind of a chaperone, sounds like.
If he was a drug addict and he was using again, I would say tell him to go back into treatment.
Yeah.
And I would tell him to go. If I were you, I'd say go back, and I want you to go back through Every Man's Battle again, and I want you to tell him that you're a liar, that you lie about everything, and that the first time you came here it didn't do any good. And then now they know what they're dealing with. Maybe you could get some help.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's Dean, right? Is it Dean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Dean, first of all, God bless you for being involved in your friend's life. What I would suggest is sort of akin to Steve. There really is nothing much that can happen with anybody when they're lying.
Right.
Because the person who needs help's not in the room.
And that's like the definition of addiction, really.
Right.
Is lying.
Right. I remember years ago I went to this continuing ed with one of the leaders in dealing with really difficult character problems. And I remember he said, I basically have 3 requirements in dealing with these very difficult cases. The first thing is my own safety and well-being. So if I feel threatened in any way, I tell them it's over. I'm not meeting with you. Secondly is their safety. Got to make sure they're okay. He said third one is that zero tolerance for lying. I'm not going to spend time with you if you're not telling me the truth. And so I think at some level, the lying has got to be put above the sexual addiction as the number one issue, because the Bible's word for confess is to agree with. When somebody confesses something, they're agreeing with the truth. They're coming clean. And I think you got to up the ante on that.
Well, okay, good, because one of the things that I did say to him, because this has been ongoing for a while, I told him that at least from the patterns I've seen in him, I don't believe that you are really wanting to come over this. And so what I told him was that I think the consequences that you've had to bear thus far haven't been really anything to cause you to change or want you to.
That's de facto true, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I said to him is, I've been trying to be a friend to you, both to you and your wife. But if this is something that you're going to continue to do, then I'm going to stop my relationship with you.
Yeah.
Not because I don't care, but I'm not. I want to be with a man that I can trust.
Yeah,
and I know.
but I'm always
Dean,
available. You want to always
let
be
me-
available if he wants to finally turn it around.
Right.
But let me adjust that just a tad.
Please.
I would go the Matthew 18 route. Where
Well,
you're,
I'm glad you
hold
said
on,
that. Before you
hold
go
on
on,
a second. Hold on a
before you go
second. Before you say I'm not going to be your friend, I think it should be 2 or 3 of you guys that have tried together, and then all of you say we're not. That has much more power.
Okay, we did do that. He not only did that when we saw the pattern, I brought someone else in,
Oh, good. Okay.
We both went there. He kept falling. We brought him before his elders. The elders brought him before the church, and it still made no difference.
Well, then, you're back to the consequences thing. What you just said. Apparently, there hasn't been enough pain to where not changing is not an option.
And there's a chance that no amount of pain could cause him to change.
There are people.
There are those folks.
There are those.
C.S. Lewis said that hell would be full of people who are walking around going, I am right, I am right, I am right.
Yeah, so true. Hey, Dean, I'm going to send you a Life Recovery Bible. I really appreciate you calling us, and hope that'll be a blessing to you. I wish more men had men like you coming alongside wanting the best for that other man.